Welcome back to Manicentric. We are here doing a tutorial for my Spider-Man look that I'm entering into PGirl261 Nails Challenge on Instagram. Basically what I'm going to do is some red and blue nails and attempt at some freehand because I do not have any spider stamps because I'm really not a huge fan of bugs. So while I go ahead and grab all my tools, go ahead and hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. Don't forget about the bell notification so that you can be aware of every time I upload, because this month is going to be super busy for me. Lots of different uploads for challenges, collaborations, and I'm going to squeeze in some swatches too. So stay tuned. Alright, so I am already prepped with my peel off base coat, which is basically just water and a little Elmer's glue. I know, that sounds so unprofessional, but it really works for me. And I started using it just because, as you can see, my nails were starting to yellow really badly between my coats of nail polish. So it's just a protective barrier for me. And I've decided to use some red and blue. I decided to use colors from the Rainbow Splash Maniology set, which this one is Ocean Depths for the blue. And then for the red, we're using Poppy Seed. And for whatever reason, we've been having this problem with focusing. But anyway, that's Poppy Seed. And since I looked at Spider-Man's suit, it's blue on the outside, red on the inside for the highlights. And then I plan to attempt to do a little bit of a spider web and maybe try my hand at freehanding a spider. I think that I should be able to manage those, but just in case, I put on a peel off base coat so that I'd be able to find another way to create a design in case that doesn't quite work. So I'm excited to even enter this challenge because I had no spider stamps, and I think there was a spider on the previous month's Maniology exclusive plates, but I don't like bugs, so I couldn't imagine myself spending $25 to collect a bug plate. It had, what do you call those, butterflies too, but it just didn't seem like something I wanted to necessarily invest in because I didn't see myself using it. And I'm gonna go back and do 2 coats of these, but right now I'm really just impressed with how bright the colors are. It was supposed to be like almost a jelly stamping polish, so you were supposed to be able to polish your nail, well, do a stamp, and it was supposed to come off as a jelly finish, well, a glossy finish with like a jelly color. And of course, I don't follow directions like that, so I ended up using them for regular nail polishes because I like the colors. They're so vibrant without being like neons, so I can't complain about that. And then I've just got the thumb to go. And then I will go off camera to go ahead and do my second coat and a top coat just to seal in the color just in case there are any mishaps. That way I can fix them without going straight into the color that's underneath. There'll be like a little barrier between. And that's another one of those things that you just learn as you do nail art, to have a barrier between your base color and whatever you're drawing or stamping. So, be right back with those second coats. Okay, we're back. Top coat has been placed and everything is working out. So, this is the part where I'm gonna get super nervous just because I've tried it out on my notebook, but obviously painting flat is totally different from painting on a curved surface. But if there's one thing I've learned, it's just, you know what, just go ahead and do it. Because the more I think about it, the more I get nervous, and I'm like, I don't think I can do it. And doubt is like just the worst thing ever. So right now I'm just trying to draw in those lines for the web. And that's because I really think that a web would be perfect for this design because it's Spider-Man. I went through a few ideas for nails. Like one of them was I wanted to do Carnage. And then I was like, no, that's going to be a huge repeat of colors because that would be like red and black. And I just did Black Widow. So changed my mind on that one. And instead, I was like, maybe I'd do Venom. Because, again, another Spider-Man character. But not necessarily Spider-Man. So I was like, you know what? Maybe Black Cat. But she's also not one of the... Like, unless you really follow the comics or watch the cartoons as a kid, these are all like things that I'd make a reference to and people would be like, is that Spider-Man? I don't know. Is it? So, rather than have that drama, I was like, you know what? I'll just do something just Spider-Man and stick to the classic. So now I'm doing the curved lines for a basic spider web. And for as far as I'm concerned, it's coming along really well for somebody who adamantly tries to avoid freehand anything, because I think I just don't feel comfortable doing it. Also, the big concern is that I'm right-handed. So trying to duplicate it on my left hand it's pretty much a nightmare. That's why I really got into stamping, was because you could pull off those gorgeous, intricate designs with little to no effort once you learn how to do it. And I have to make that little distinction there. Once you learn how to do it. Because before you learn how to do it, it's just frustrating. And that's like the truth of it. It's like you'll see a lot of videos with people who have practiced and learned it and they are amazing at it. They can like layer it and do all types of cool junk with it. And you're like, this is amazing. And you can't wait to try it. And then the first time you try it, you're like, what the heck? This is horrible. Why is it not working? These designs, they're not picking up. The stamper is all messy. The scraper, it's stuff everywhere. Why is this ruining my life? And it's like, it's not meant to ruin your life. It's meant to make it more easy. But again, that's one of those things that you kind of have to practice. Like for me, it took a lot of practice. And even now, it's still 50-50. Like sometimes it'll work out really, really well. And like right off the back, I've got my design, it picks up. And you can totally tell every detail on there. And then there are other times when it just, oh my God, it's a fiasco. Like when I was doing my 4th of July nails. Like, I literally tried those stamps about 3 or 4, 5 or 6, 7 or 8 times to try to get them to work. And it just wasn't happening for whatever reason. It just wasn't working. And no matter how much I tried, it wasn't going well for me. And I found myself just utterly, absolutely frustrated to the point where I wanted to give up. But I was like, no, this is my nation's birthday. I gotta come up with a nail design for this. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna keep going, keep trying. And then when it did turn out, I was really, really happy that I stuck with it. So, like, for everybody who's going through stamping struggles right now, stick with it. Once you've practiced, once you've learned and gotten down, you know, your roll versus your vertical stamp, your 45-degree scraping angle and everything, it changes. It changes and it becomes the most fun you've ever had. So right there, I just went ahead and did a little nail polish doodle of a spider. Like, as you guys know, I'm not an actual nail tech. I'm just self-taught. Like, this has been my source of relaxation for years. And a source of self-care for me. Because makeup and I don't get along. I'm not good at makeup. If I ever show you guys a picture, like, makeup is not my thing. Doing hair, absolutely not. Because, like, I do have my hair natural. And, like, I like to just keep it in a protective style. If it's not a protective style, it's in this poofy ponytail thingy. In an afro ponytail. Because I'm just not, it's not my thing. And there's my little spider. And there's a web right there. And I am seriously considering, do I want to do like some black rhinestones on here or not? And part of me is like, yeah, throw them on, do it, rhinestones are great. And the other part of me is like, so at what point did Spider-Man bedazzle his costume? And that's the part of me that's like, nope, stop here, stop there, leave it alone. Do not bedazzle Spider-Man. So, right now I'm just trying to use up the rest of that polish that I dropped on the little palette, because waste not, want not. It's starting to thicken up now, but it's still just, I don't want to waste anything. So this is my first attempt at some freehand for the Spider-Man Marvel collab. And I'm going to show these like one by one, try to get focused. There, so that's my web on that one. That's my little spider on the red one. Another web right there, and a little web right there on the blue. And then I'm just gonna leave this one alone, because if I've learned anything during my practice of doing nail art, is whenever I try to go and do something like super duper extra, that's when it just goes absolutely out of control. And I don't want that to happen. And now that I'm done, I'm actually thinking, wow, you want to know what would have been a great idea? Is if I used 2 black rhinestones, one small, one big, and then just drew the legs on the side. But like I said, going and doing extra after it's turned out semi-successful for me is a good place to stop. So what I'm going to do is apply a no smudge top coat to this, take my final pictures, and I will see you guys later. Thanks again for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell notification because, like I said, August is going to be a super busy month for me. Lots of stuff going on, and I don't want you guys to miss a thing. All right, take care and have a great night.